Well, before we get into the details of More's What is Philosophy, I just want to make some general remarks about the essay, which is actually a chapter in a book that More wrote called Some Main Problems of Philosophy. Looking at the reading, it's a little longer than Russell's. That may be intimidating, but there's no reason to be intimidated by this essay. As long as you read it and read it carefully, it's very comprehensible. More does not use, to my mind, any real technical language. It's written in a very straightforward way. And what is he doing in this essay? Well, as we'll see, he's doing, I think, a lot of things in this essay. But the stated intention is to introduce people to what philosophy actually is by examining the kind of questions that philosophers actually ask. And we see that for More, the most fundamental of those questions, again, philosophy talks about lots of different things, but in this course we are trying to focus on the most fundamental, broadest, and what we call the first questions. What More wants to say is that one of the, perhaps the fundamental thing that philosophers try to do is to say what there is in the universe. What kind of things exist, or just what exists. So you might think of this whole chapter as just being concerned with that question. We ask ourselves, what exists in the universe? And here the universe means everything. The world might be a better term for him to use, because oftentimes when we think of the universe, we think in terms of astronomy and astrophysics, and we think in terms of the physical universe. It would be a mistake, I think, to interpret the word universe in More's essay as meaning the physical universe. Really, the world, I think, is better, at least in my sort of habits of thinking, because it leaves room for the idea that part of the world, something that may exist in the world, may be non-physical, and that's a big issue in this essay. So think of the essay as just examining that question. What is it that exists, and if there are classes or kinds of sort of things that exist is another big issue, and that big issue is between